Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be talking about a colon hydrotherapy session that I did. If this is something that you're interested in, continue watching. So before we get started, let's talk about what colon hydrotherapy is. Colon hydrotherapy involves flushing the colon with fluids to remove waste. It's a practice that has been around since the ancient times, and the benefits are based on the premise that digestive waste can be a toxin to the body. Generally, a professional called a colonic hygienist performs a colon cleanse while you rest on a table. It involves sending approximately 60 liters of fluid through a tube into the rectum. Toxins are very are then Toxins are then expelled through a different tube and the process is repeated. This is a therapy that I had done recently. I did it about 2 to 3 weeks ago and it was a very interesting feeling. But anyways, before we get into that, I had issues with going to the bathroom as it relates to passing stool. So I would go like every 2 days or every 3 days, but I was not going every day. And, I thought this was a problem, but not a problem, if you get what I mean. Because I would be like, okay, after a while I do go. But the amount that would come out would let me know that, it's not coming. There's much, I think I ate enough for me to pass something. And what I was passing to me was not enough. I found myself straining when I had to go to the bathroom, and I don't think that's healthy either. So I would find myself taking like stool softeners or trying to get prunes in my system or drinking prune juice or warm apple juice with prune juice and stuff like that to actually go. So I decided that I was going to try colon hydrotherapy because I've heard that it does help with constipation. I did my research about it, and also there is risk that comes with this. And if you have certain pre-existing conditions, you have to check with your physician before you actually go ahead and do this therapy. So yeah, once I got in there, this lady had the whole thing kind of set up in her apartment. I wanted to video it, but I decided not to because although this is her business, this is also her area, her home. But it was very tranquil. The place was dim, and the room that she had everything set up in she had the diffuser with the lavender. I could smell lavender. So she had the lavender essential oil going. She had lavender flowers in the room. She also had lavender flowers in the bathroom, and the bathroom was beautiful. I think I got a little video of that, so I will show you right here. But beautiful bathroom, and the setup for where we were going to do the colon hydrotherapy was even more beautiful, like very tranquil. It was very relaxing. The process was uncomfortable but very relaxing. The environment was very relaxing. So to get started, she directed me to the bathroom, and once I was in the bathroom, I was told to remove anything below the waist. So I had to get my shorts off, my underwear off, and then I had a towel that I would wrap around my waist to walk into the room. So once I got into the room, I was instructed to lay on the table, which I did. She did go through what she was going to do. She spoke about how she was going to insert the tube and what to expect and what was going to happen. Once I got on the bed, I was instructed to lay on my back, which I did. So I laid on my back, and she basically explained the procedure to me and everything. She then turned me on my side. So I went on my side. She kind of pulled my cheeks apart, lubricated the area, and also lubricated the tube. It was like a small tube that they inserted about an inch or an inch and a half in to the anus. So she inserted that, and then she had like something secured there, like she kind of secured it in, and then I turned on my back. So I was most of the procedure I was laying on my back with my knees bent. and resting on the table. Yeah. So once she got it in, it's a closed system. So a lot of people is like, oh, doesn't it smell? Doesn't it smell bad? Doesn't it have a horrible scent? No, it doesn't. I didn't smell anything personally. And she said, the closed system is what does not get that scent. And maybe it's because she had all those scents in the room. Maybe that helped. But personally, I did not smell anything. And it's a closed system. So once the little thing that she used and she inserted it is attached to another tube that is attached to the system, the machine. And I'm going to show you a picture of the machine or what it looks like here. So once that's hooked up, the water, when it's flowing in, I did not feel anything. She's like, do you feel that? I did not feel it. But once that water start building up into your tummy, you are going to feel that pressure. It was like, you know, like abdominal cramps. Like I was having tummy ache and like discomfort the more the water went in. And once that pressure built up, she kind of released it. Uh, there was moments when she actually filled it up and I was like, what is she waiting on? Like, girl, release this. And she would release it. I wouldn't say anything, but she would then release it because she can tell that the pressure is building up from even just on the machine. So she was there. The water was going in and flowing out, and just like that, the stool was flowing out. I could see all of that because the machine, as I showed you above, that tube, that clear tube that is inside of the machine, it actually shows you all of those things that is coming out of you. So after about 10 minutes, I did not see any more chunks of stool coming out of me. So I was like, yes, I'm clean. She still continued. And I was like, why? Why is she continuing? So then it kind of went up to that point where I felt this very heavy pressure, and the pressure was in my abdomen. Like, when you really need to go, like you really need to poo to the point where you're having cold sweats. I can only link this to when I had food poisoning and I really needed to poo, and like I had cold sweat over me. That's how I felt laying on that table. Like I really wanted to go. And she was like, do not bear down. So that's one thing to remember. If you do a colonic or a colon hydrotherapy, always remember it's best to hold rather than to bear down. Do not ever bear down. She says that it makes the situation worse. I did not even read it up on that part of it, but I guess it helps to hold the water in so it can actually go and do what it needs to do to flush out your system. So rather than you pushing it out, during the process, I could feel some of the water actually coming out of the tube and running like down my butt, but it was not a lot. It was most of the water was being gently sucked back out once it was flowing in. Okay. Another thing is the whole thing took about 35 minutes for me. Yeah, about 35 minutes, the whole procedure. Other than her educating me, once she started, the whole thing took about 35 minutes. And once you were done, you put the towel between your leg and kind of shuffle to the bathroom and kind of sit on the bathroom and not, again, she tells you not to push because, you don't want to be forcing anything out. Just relax on the toilet and allow the whatever is there to come out. What came out of me was like just brown watery liquid. It wasn't even stool, it was more liquid, and just few strains of mucus looking things came out. But that was it. I brought wipes for my personal use. She had tissue and other stuff there, like towels and rags there if you wanted to, but I brought my personal wipes to use. And I just sat there, relaxed for a few, and everything kind of came out. Once I was finished, I brought a little pad thing to put in my underwear just in case, because that's a lot of fluid going in. So just in case something was to come out, I did not have an accident on my way home. So I brought my little pad, I put it in my underwear, and I put that on. Once I was done, she gave me cleanse. So I'm going to show you right here. It's a VORG cleanse, Vorg. That is supposed to be used for the next 4 days, she told me. So starting the first day would be that the day of my cleanse, that would be day number 1. So I had 3 more days to drink this thing. So it's basically a powder, and you put it in any juice. Like, I think it's about 1 teaspoon with a mountain in 8 ounce of juice. Shake it up till you get that thickened consistency, and you drink it. What that is supposed to help with is that she said over time, mucus builds up against your large intestines, and that build up, when stool is developed, the stool rubs against that mucus, and that gets lodged on over years. So the colon cleanse does not take off that mucus because it's really lodged onto it. So what this does is that when you drink it, the thickened liquid will go and kind of stick alongside that the mucus, alongside the the large intestine, sorry, stick alongside the large intestine, and that stick a lot. What am I saying? So once you drink that thickened liquid, it will go ahead and lodge onto that mucus in the large intestine and kind of pull it down and pull it out of that. Okay. So over the 4 days, I did make my drinks, I did make my shakes, and you can see I'm gonna drop some little videos in here with me shaking up my thing. So I would wake up and I will take a drink, and then go through the day. I would eat lightly, like vegetables, nothing too heavy. But I realized since I did the therapy, I peed a lot. That was another thing. I peed, like, for the first day, I was peeing a lot. So I kind of did a little research, because she didn't tell me about that part, but kind of did a little research, and they told you, like, once the therapy is done, you will realize that you will be peeing a lot, because a lot of fluid does get retained during that time, during that procedure. So you will be peeing a lot to get out that excess fluid. So that happened. But yeah, back to my shakes. So the shakes, the things, that the powdery thing that she gave me, I would do that, and I did it for 4 days. On the third day, I realized that I passed the this thick gray mucoid thing. I just passed that when I wanted to go to the bathroom. And then on the 4th day, I did pass some more, but it was more mixed with stool. I passed some more of that. And when I wanted to go, I actually felt very warm. On the 4th day, I felt very warm. And like, oh, I had to go. And I rushed to the bathroom. And when I went, all of that came out. It was like complete cleanse. Like, everything just came out on that 4th day. Like, I pooed so much. What I would say though, it did help. It helped me personally. It did help me. As I said, I would go like every 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 days. I would poo. Like, I would poo today. I don't poo until the next 2 days, or till the next 3 days. I don't poo. Since I did the colon hydrotherapy, and it's been about 2 or 3 weeks now. Since I did the colon hydrotherapy, I would say 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 full weeks. I would say that I poo every day. I wake up in the morning, I have a bowel movement, and before I go to bed, I have a bowel movement. And that is way better than what I was doing. She also gave me some tablets, which are probiotics, to take once per day. She said to take it at night, so I just take it at night. So that's what I would take in the night. But I have the probiotic. I have 60 capsules. I finished the shakes within those 4 days, and I've been regular ever since. I do feel much lighter in my tummy. Like, I feel like I have space. Like, there is not that big bloating that I had. So before I went to do the colon hydrotherapy, I actually weighed myself, and I was 159. And after I peed and everything, so after I did the colon hydrotherapy, after I peed the whole day and whatever, I weighed the next day, which it would be day 1. I actually weighed myself and I was 151. So I lost 8 pounds. So my assumption is like I was walking around with 8 pounds of stool. That don't sound good. but at least all of that is out. She did recommend for me to do it per month. I'm not sure I want that kind of pressure in my tummy every month. I would say every other month or maybe twice a year. I don't know, but at least I would try to do it like at least twice a year and then eat clean and do like intermittently I will cleanse. Even if I decided to like go full blown vegetarian, like I have to take my time because I've been eating protein like this meat all my life. I don't want to be like just going to straight cold turkey and just drop meat. I would rather transition into it. So right now, yes, we are thinking about transitioning to that vegetarian diet, but for now we're going to do pescatarian and work our way into it. But yeah, definitely I need to be like eat a little bit cleaner. Like normally I was eating to basically survive. So I will just eat to go to work, grab anything I have, or if I don't grab anything, I'll just not eat anything and then dump my stomach when I'm hungry. So that's not healthy and that's not good. And maybe that's what even led to my constipation problem or my problem of me not constant like going on a regular basis. So yeah, I got to say that overall the process was uncomfortable. It had me cramping up a bit. She did say maybe it's because it's my first time having a colon cleanse. Maybe that's why I was feeling like cramping. Most times some people don't feel anything. Some people fall asleep during the process. So she's thinking that the next time, what she said was that the next time it would be a little bit easier. So I'm hoping that is the case when I actually choose to do it again. But yeah, I think it would help a little bit to like stop eating all that heavy food or heavy heavy meat or putting all that heavy stuff in my system. It's like I need to eat a little bit cleaner and also to keep drinking and keeping hydrated and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you like this review. And if you choose to do it or if you have done it before, let me know how it was for you. Maybe it's like a whole different experience than what I experienced. So drop those comments down and let me know if you had it done or if you were thinking about getting it done. Yeah, just tell me how it was for you or what else are you scared about. Are you like some people talk about, oh, putting all that water into my stomach might pop it. You know, there are risks. And I would say with everything, there is a risk. Always read up on these things. Do not just go off other people's review. Always, always, always read up about something that you're willing to try or willing to do or wanting to do, okay? So again, guys, if you like the content that I'm creating on this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post a new video. Again, I want to thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.